Wind has definitely picked up. It's helped us. It's hindered us, but it's here. That's a pig. It's cut off. I've got wedges in it. Sucker will just not fall. I don't know if there's a little bit holding in the heart still or what's going on. You'd think this wind would bring it on over as hard as the wind's blowing, but it will not. So I've got 4 wedges in it. I stacked 2 together, trying to gain some girth, but she will not go. Just a big rough lumber tree. A lot of footage in it, so we're going to use the 333 to power it over. Let's see how Kevin does here. It always makes me nervous. Shouldn't need too much. That'll do it. Back up. A little bit harder. Couldn't reach all the way through that 25-inch bar. 25-inch bar wouldn't reach through it. Piece of wood. Cut really good other than some fiber pole. I really didn't think it was that big. Here we come up on the first set. This is exactly why I had Kevin bunch the other day with the skid steer when he was doing cleanup. Like right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to back up, I'm going to grab these and go. They're bunched, makes it nice and fast. seeing here is a perfect example of why bunching with a skid steer saves a lot of time and ups our production. And we can't do it everywhere. Granted, we can't have the skid steer here bunching logs, but in the open areas, it definitely makes up a lot of time when you can take that skid steer and that gravel, pick up those logs and put them in bunches of 2s and 3s. And really all the skidder's got to do is back up and drag them. Now these 2 trees I just cut. It's taking a little longer. This one we got to pull it up out of the creek, so I cut it off. Timber, a lot of good young trees growing in here. There's a good concentration over here. There's still several to drag out right through there. We'll push these tops up a little bit with the skidder, and hopefully in doing that we can kind of create a brush pile here, because when the creek gets up, if we don't do something like that, these tops are going to end up in places they probably shouldn't be. And there's just not much you can do on big heavy floods, overflows like this. I mean, nature's going to do what nature does, but I would say if we can at least try to make a big brush pile and kind of push those things together tight, there's a chance they might just get kind of intertangled with everything in here and they'll kind of stay in place instead of go down the creek. Straight up and down on that other one there, so just going to give it a little pull. Perfect. If you look at this, these guys can fall their trees and tops back over in the creek and leave them. No consequences. Me, whenever I cut something, I've got to drag it out. White privilege. White privilege. Anyway, windy day today, Tuesday. I don't know what the last day you guys seen with videos was, but we're on the downhill stretch of this job. We're cutting these trees here right on the creek today, River Creek. Awful big to be a creek, but that bluff there's the landowners as well. It's a pretty good bluff. Not a lot growing on the side of that north facing bluff there, just some small stuff. No walnut that I see, but after today, we're gonna be crossing the creek down here to get in the low bottom on that other side where there are some good walnut, the ones that Mikey missed. Anyway, Kevin's up there working tops. I've fallen some back up in the hayfield there. Anything in the hayfield, we try to do an immaculate job of cleaning up, which is where Mike comes in. This stuff down here that's going out in the creek, we're leaving it like it is, and we'll take the skidder and we'll drag it up here out of the creek completely on the bank, work it up, pile the tops. Like our predecessors here, we're not going to leave anything laying out in the creek like they did. I can't even begin to tell you how much I'm not looking forward to spring and summer. Even though spring is upon us. It was in the 80s yesterday and it's supposed to be 84 today, and it might as well be 104. I hate hot weather. I hate when all the leaves and tall grass and weeds are out. I hate the ticks. The one thing that I am super thankful for this far into my career is for air-conditioned equipment. And I make sure that the air conditioners are always working in these things. Because, just like this morning, I've cut these 14 trees along the river here. And from where I had to stand, it was pretty rough cut. Just never a good place to cut trees like this. You never get to stand in a good place where you're sure-footed, where you got a good escape path. So it just kind of adds to it. So now I can get in this thing. I'm going to pull these trees up out of the creek or the river there. We'll work the tops up, but it just kind of makes it nice to get back in the air conditioning just for a little bit. Alright, we're pulling these trees out of the river now. I know you can't see out of the back glass, it's dirty. But that's alright, I can see out of it. That's all that matters. I've got a few of them pulled out. I'm just pulling them right out here to the edge of the field where we can work them up and get them topped. And that brush will just stack right back along this edge of this field right here with the grapple. Kevin's down there somewhere trying to hook up that log. I can't see him because of the grapple, so I just kind of sit here and wait for the signal. And when the signal comes, I give it a pull.